Hi, good morning and happy Saturday. What's happening, people? It's a balmy 40 degrees, feels like 39, but the high today is going to be 61, I think it said. That's more what I'm used to, okay? Highs in the 60s or even 50s. That's normal weather in the South. I can now say in the winter. Yes, because it is winter. We have passed that winter solstices, and now the day will start getting a little bit longer each day. A little bit longer now. A little bit longer now. Okay, so I made the mistake of going out yesterday because I needed to pick up a few items, and I made a video of the traffic because it's just horrendous. I was in my car on Barrett Parkway. It took me 30 minutes to get to the mall, and I live 2 miles from the mall. And as I was going down the road before you get to Barrett Parkway, I was like, oh, there's not a lot of traffic. Maybe everybody's through shopping. Well, I crossed over Bells Ferry Road, and it turns into Barrett Parkway, and it was already stopped. I mean, it was like coming to a quick stop, and I was like, ugh. So, did that sound like Lucille Ball? So I will insert that little video of all that traffic.
It's Friday afternoon. Christmas is Monday. I needed to come out to get just a few things. I mean, like 3. I needed 3 things. I also need to go to the grocery store. And I'm going to flip this camera around and show you what I'm dealing with. Okay, so can you see the bridge right there? I know my finger just got in the way. That's 575. The mall that I'm trying to get to is on the other side of that bridge.
But I went into GameStop because Penelope's wearing an earring. I don't know if you got to see it, but it was a big long leaf hanging off of one ear. GameStop to get my nephew and my nephew-in-law their PS cards, which is a gaming system, and they can just enter the number on the something and buy a game, or I don't know what you do with them, but that's what they like to do. So I was like, cool, done with that. And then I was gonna go to the mall. I mean, I did, but it was, as you might imagine, a few days before Christmas. Well, let's back up to GameStop. I go in there, and I'm waiting for the guy to check me out. He's dealing with someone else, and I had already picked up my little cart. This woman comes up to me. She was saying something about traffic or something, and I said, well, I just came in off Barrett Parkway, and it is just standstill, awful. Okay, so this woman starts talking to me about traffic and Christmas and all the things, and she said, are you ready? And I was like, I don't know, am I? Sure. And she said, I told my husband this morning that I'm gonna leave the house early so that I can go pick up these few things so that I can get back home before it gets bad. And this was at like 2:30. She tapped on her watch. She said, I'm still out here, and I left at like 7:30. I was like, And I noticed her hand was bandaged, and it looked like well, she did mention that she had surgery yesterday while she was telling me all that stuff. And I said, oh, I see you had a surgery. It looks like the surgery I had. It looked like carpal tunnel, right? When your paw's all bandaged up. And she said, oh, let me see. Squeeze me? Well, you see what? So I showed her the scars on the palm of my hands, and I said I had trigger finger surgery on one, carpal tunnel on both. She said, oh, this isn't carpal tunnel surgery. Are you ready? I don't know, am I? She said, I fell. And when I fell, it cut a triangle-shaped cut. Hold on just a second. Okay, so sorry. David came out to talk to me to tell me that 2 minutes before Penelope and I walked up the road that there was a coyote in the middle of the road. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. They're not usually out this time of day. So that was kind of scary. Then he played hard with Penny and got her all excited. Okay, back to my story. So she said it was a triangle-shaped flap. I was not ready. The doctor said that cortisone wouldn't do any good. I mean, of course they stitched it up, but that they would have to go in and do surgery to repair whatever it was. And she had a pinched nerve coming from her neck down her arm from the fall. Are you ready? This is what she says to me. I know I have a bad habit of saying anyway, and you know what I mean? Well, her thing is, are you ready? So are you ready? Yeah. So she says, I'm going to touch you. Are you ready? And I was like, I don't know. Stop asking me if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready. Because so far I haven't been ready. She said she was going to touch me. And she takes her non-surgeried hand and boom, 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 all the way down my arm. And I was like, that kind of hurt. I wasn't ready. She said, that's what I've been feeling in my arm with numbness and tingling and that pain. And I was like, you hit me one more time. One more time. I'm just kidding. She was very nice. I just thought that was so funny because everything she was about to tell me, she would say, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? And I thought, I think a lot of people have their little things that they say, and I bet they don't realize they say them. I realize I say them because I sit and edit videos all the time, and I know that I say anyway, and you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I know I say them. I'm trying to quit, but sometimes I just cut them out and pretend like they're not there. You know what I mean? Anyway, and then we left there. It was me and my frog in my pocket. I left there, and then I went to the mall and walked the entire mall, top and bottom, up and down, left and right. I went to Macy's first. I thought, while I'm in Macy's, I'm gonna go to the MAC counter and get me some more foundation, because y'all know I've been scraping the bottom of the tube. Well, I go to the MAC counter, and it's not the normal woman who helped me. It was a younger person. And the music, honest to God, was so loud that I couldn't hear anything she was saying. So I was trying to rely on reading lips. Read my lips. And I said, I need a tube. I need a tube of foundation. And she said, a tube? And I said, yeah, a tube. What's a tube? What is it with these young people? What's a bag of ice? What's a tube? What do you mean, what's a tube? It's a tube, and it's upside down, and you take the thing off, and you squeeze it. It's a tube. It's like a plastic tube, and you squeeze a little out. It's a tube. I don't know how else to describe it except it's a tube. Not a tuba, but a tube. A tube. A T-U-B-E tube. She said, we don't sell that here. I said, this is the only place I've ever bought it. The only place I have ever bought my foundation is right here at this counter inside Macy's. At Town Center? Yeah, that's the mall I live by. Yeah, at Town Center. I don't think we've ever carried that. Help me, Jesus. I said, look, if you don't sell the tubes anymore, then direct me to a new type of foundation. that's similar to the tubes, but I'm telling you, I buy it from the Hispanic woman that works here. She's kind of older. She was like, oh yeah, I know her. Yeah, that's who I buy it from every time I come. Well, do you know your color? Do you know your color? Yes, I do. I said it's NW 25 in the summer and NW 20 in the winter. And she just looked at me and I was like, girl, you look at me one more time. She wasn't really doing all that. I'm just exaggerating. And she took me over there and she showed me the NW 25, which was a lot darker. And she held it up to my hand and she was like, no. I said, look, it's winter, okay? I said NW 20 in the winter. I get a lot darker in the summer, okay? I have native blood in my blood. And I do be getting darker, okay? I mean, I can get pretty dang dark if I stay out in the sun a lot. I might even move up to the 30. You don't know. But just give me the NW 20 and nobody will get hurt, okay? I didn't say all that. Anyway, she gave me the, I didn't mean to say anyway. I don't know what to say other than anyway. She gave me the NW 20 and no one got hurt. I paid for it and I left. And then, but I did ask her, where are your men's clothing items? And she said, you go all the way down the hall. I was like, oh, in the other store. She said yes. And I was like, it's the dumbest thing. All of this one upper and lower floor is women's. Maybe some home goods. But then you have to walk to the middle of the mall to the other Macy's where they have men's and furniture. I walked through Macy's, Belk's, and then looking in the windows of all the other stores to get my brother-in-law a robe. Do you know, why are you barking at me? Do you know the only, please stand by. The only robe that they had in an extra large was kind of a royal blue. It was Ralph Polo, which I know is Ralph Lauren, but Mitzi and I call it Ralph Polo, with a gigantic yellow horse on the chest. You know, the polo horse. I don't think he's going to like that very much. He's not, he's not bougie like Applebee's. He raises cows. He just wants a bathrobe for when he gets out of the shower. What? Why are you barking at me? Stop it! I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want, but I wish you would stop. Come here. You want to say hello? Come here. You want to say hello? Well, come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, well, don't. Anywho, I left there and I went across to TJ Maxx. Well, they had like 2 bathrobes in the entire store. However, that's not the point. They had the zigzag line like you have at Six Flags or some other theme park that was snaked around, and then it went all the way down to the back of the store. I bet you there were over 100 people waiting in line to check out. I said, not today, Satan. I ain't waiting in that line to get nothing. There ain't nothing in here worth me waiting in line for. But I went next door and I bought me the new hair dryer that I've been wanting. It's a hair dryer brush. I don't have my glasses. It says Hot Tools Professional. And I got it at Sally's Beauty Supply. I don't know if y'all have a Sally's Beauty Supply, but she said, I almost hit myself in the face. She said, do you want the soft bristles or the hard bristles? And I was like, well, I don't know. I said, it seems like maybe hard bristles would be better for curly hair so it wouldn't frizz. And she said, well, that was my thoughts. They're hard, but they're bendy. They're bendy. So they're not super hard because they look very hard, don't they? I'm not going to say it. It has a high and low, but it also has a curl release that kind of moves those things. So I guess if your hair gets tangled up in it, you can use that button and it will help release it. Jerry asked me the other day, how did I not get that tangled up in my hair? I don't know. I never have, but anyway. But can't say that. I'm gonna leave here and I'm gonna go to Horsetown, and then I gotta go to the bank, and I've got to go to the grocery store because I never went yesterday. So I'll be back. I don't know how long this video is, but I'll be back at least to say goodbye. So bye for now. Well, here we are at the end of another video. Penelope asleep, Gracie asleep, Mama awake. I bought a bunch of groceries. I'm gonna try to make sausage balls using almond flour and my fake cheese. Carolyn had them and said they were delicious. I am going to make, not today, but fruit salad to take Monday, and I'm going to try to make the peanut butter pie that Lisa made to take Monday. So you might join me on one of those creations. You can watch me make it or whatever. I don't know, but we'll see about that. Okay, we'll see how it goes. But that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Are you ready? Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon because people be crazy. And are you ready? And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries, which will probably be tomorrow because I post a video every day. Hit the like, love, laugh, or some other button or comment or both. And bye to you.